Wall Street just did something it has never done before. JPMorgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and Vanguard tokenized real stocks for the first time. Not a test. Not a pilot. Live on the DTCC network, with billions in assets at stake. Welcome back. I'm your host, and today we're breaking down the single biggest shift in how stocks are bought and sold since the NYSE went electronic. Tokenization has been a buzzword for years. Today, it became real. Let's start with what happened. On July 26, 2026, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCC, announced a working group that tokenized real equities for the first time. JPMorgan tokenized a portion of its Invesco QQQ trust holdings. Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Vanguard, and the NYSE all participated. The DTCC is the backbone of U.S. securities markets. It clears and settles trillions of dollars in trades every day. By tokenizing shares directly on its infrastructure, it effectively makes every stock a crypto asset, tradable 24/7, instantly settlable. This is not a side project. The working group includes BlackRock, Circle, Morgan Stanley, Nasdaq, Kraken parent Payward, and Robinhood Markets. These are the biggest names in finance and crypto, all in one room, building the on-chain stock market. But here's where it gets even more interesting. While DTCC was making headlines, Robinhood's own blockchain, Robinhood Chain, was quietly posting numbers that made everyone pay attention. Its real-world assets just jumped fivefold. According to data from CoinDesk, Robinhood Chain's tokenized stocks are now. The chain built to put equities on-chain has tripled in size since mid-July. That's a 300% increase in total value locked in just 2 weeks. And it's not just stocks, there's also tokenized gold, silver, crude oil, and FX futures. Why does this matter? Because the DTCC move validates what Robinhood Chain has been doing. When the world's largest clearinghouse starts tokenizing stocks, it means the infrastructure is ready. And the early movers, like Robinhood, are already capturing revenue. Let's talk about the players. Circle, the company behind USDC, is providing the stablecoin settlement layer. Kraken is providing liquidity. Nasdaq is providing market data. Morgan Stanley is advising on structure. And Robinhood is providing retail access. This is a direct threat to crypto-native tokenization platforms like Ondo Finance and Securitize. Those companies built their business on being faster than legacy finance. Now DTCC has caught up, and it has the regulatory backing and institutional trust. The Benzinga report specifically says DTCC's move puts direct pressure on Ondo and Securitize. Those firms raised hundreds of millions on the promise of bridging TradFi and DeFi. Now the bridge is being built by the incumbents themselves. Meanwhile, the regulatory landscape is shifting fast. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon just came out in favor of the Clarity Act, a bill that would create a clear federal framework for digital assets. That's a huge signal. The Clarity Act is currently moving through Congress. It would define which digital assets are securities, which are commodities, and who regulates them. Goldman's CEO publicly supporting it means Wall Street wants this to happen. And this is not just about stocks. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong recently said the cost of sending remittances is going to zero because of stablecoins. If tokenized stocks settle instantly and cost pennies, the entire financial system changes. We're already seeing the effects. Crypto stocks rallied hard today. Coinbase jumped over 12%. Robinhood rose more than 8%. Investors are betting that tokenization will drive massive volume to these platforms. The rally wasn't driven by a single catalyst, but the coordinated move higher correlates with the DTCC announcement and the Robinhood Chain growth. When Wall Street and crypto move together, it's a signal of convergence. Let's zoom in on Robinhood Chain. The chain is built on Arbitrum technology, which means it inherits Ethereum's security with faster and cheaper transactions. It launched with tokenized stocks, but now it's expanding into lending and yield products. Robinhood Earn, a decentralized lending protocol on the chain, is already offering yields on USDG stablecoins and perpetual futures for gold, silver, crude oil, and FX are trading. This is a full financial market on a retail-friendly blockchain. The key metric, Robinhood Chain's total value locked tripled since mid-July. That's faster growth than any other tokenized asset platform right now. And it's happening because real users are buying real stocks on-chain. But here's the catch. JPMorgan warned that MicroStrategy's Bitcoin sale policy could spike crypto volatility. That's a separate story, but it shows that even as tokenization grows, the underlying crypto market remains fragile. Still, the direction is clear. The DTCC working group is not a one-off experiment. They plan to expand to more stocks, more asset classes, and more participants. The goal is to eventually tokenize the entire US equity market. What does this mean for you? If you're a retail investor, you'll soon be able to trade Apple, Tesla, or Nvidia stocks 24/7, settle in seconds, and move them between exchanges like crypto. That's the end of T+2 settlement. It also means lower costs. No more custody fees. The implications for global finance are enormous. Emerging markets with weak banking systems could leapfrog straight to tokenized stocks. A farmer in Kenya could own a share of Nvidia on their phone, settled on DTCC's blockchain. But there are risks. The Clarity Act is not law yet. Regulatory pushback could slow things down. And the crypto-native firms being squeezed might fight back with innovation. Competition is good for the space. One thing is certain, the line between traditional finance and crypto is disappearing. When JPMorgan, Goldman, BlackRock, and Vanguard all participate in tokenizing stocks on the same network as Robinhood and Circle, we've reached a tipping point. This is the biggest story in finance right now. The DTCC tokenization, Robinhood Chain's growth, the Clarity Act, it's all happening in real time. We'll be tracking every development. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next update. If you found this valuable, hit the like button. It helps more people discover this channel. And drop a comment, do you think tokenized stocks will replace traditional stock exchanges within 5 years? Let us know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Stay ahead of the curve.